When I switched, I was seeing that more people started watching the channel. Yeah, but I had to make the process. When I first started, I didn't have a really good concept. I just started because I was interested in YouTube. I didn't have like a business plan or a concept.
Very much learning by doing and...
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can decide on my own what I want to do. If you haven't started yet, you cannot really say I want to make a living out of it because you didn't really experience it. Just start, then you will realize if you really like that.
Welcome back to Artist Insights. I'm Elena, creative nomad, and we are still in Tokyo, Japan. My interview partner and we can proudly say that we have met each other for the first time at a penis festival in Japan. He's a full-time YouTuber and content creator, Tobi, aka Mr Nippon. Hi, Tobi.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
Tobi, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? Who are you and what are you doing for a living?
So my name is Tobi, I'm 25 years old now. I'm a YouTuber who's living here in Tokyo, Japan. I do videos about Japanese culture, life in Japan. That's what I'm doing.
Full time?
Full time, yeah.
After you got your bachelor in geography, you decided to move to Japan and to become a full-time YouTuber. Did you had any experience in doing YouTube before you moved to Japan?
Yeah, so basically I did YouTube now for about 5 years or more than 5 years. I just started, my first video was in the end of 2017.
Oh, okay.
So I do YouTube for, more than 5 years altogether. I just did YouTube as a hobby, not that serious at the beginning and not every week, just like once in 2 weeks. So that was my first video back then.
Was it also about Japan?
Yeah, it was also about Japan, but I started actually in English, then switched to Japanese, and now I'm doing YouTube in German. So that was a long way actually.
English, Japanese, and then German?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Some videos don't exist anymore. And I did over 300 videos, I think.
300?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a lot. What have you done in the beginning? Like, was it also going outside, interviewing people, or was it completely different from what are you doing now?
At the beginning, I was doing more videos without interviews, just talking. And then I started to do more videos outdoors, interviewing. The channel got more popular when I did my exchange semester in Tokyo. It always switched the content. And I'm also trying to do new things now.
Trying things out.
Trying things out.
Yeah, that's good. So at the beginning you were mostly inside of your apartment and you talked about Japan, like different topics or?
Yeah, at the beginning I was just in Germany talking about Japan. Yeah, when I had the chance to go to Japan and live here as an exchange student back then it was of course more interesting.
Yeah.
Because then I could actually film in Japan and that's when more people started recognizing the channel and more people subscribed. And
how engaging was it at the beginning when you were, I'm quoting this, just sitting inside and talking about Japan? Like how many views did you, if you can remember?
Maybe 1,000.
That is a lot.
It depends on the perspective.
For sitting inside, I mean, okay, it was a different time, I would say. 2017, you said?
Yeah, that was the first. I only did like one video or two videos in 2017 because it was like the end of 2018, 2019. Yeah, but actually 2018 I did like 1 year. I did English and Japanese videos. I started in German, I think 2019 or 20.
Why did you switch?
Because German is the most natural way to do my content. Sorry for my bad accent and my bad English.
It's good. It's completely
really
fine.
Not good. Please don't write too many comments about that. So I just started again in German or switched to German because it's the most easiest way to express myself.
I totally get that.
It's the best niche in German because I thought like I have to start in English because more people can see the content, but at first it's also good to start in German because there are already so many good English creators who lived at that time in Japan and I lived in Germany doing videos about Japan. So of course the people will more watch the content of people who are living in Japan because it's more interesting and the videos were better from them. That's why I tried to start in German. There weren't or there still aren't that much German-speaking Japan topic-based creators in Germany, so that's why I did it in German.
I can relate to that because for me sometimes it's also like that I feel that I can't be fully myself. I mean, of course I can be myself, but for example, I have a joke in my mind or something like that and I can't express it that well or that fast if I would do it in German, stuff like that. So sometimes it's also challenging for me. But I also had the thought, okay, I want to do this in English because I want to include as many people as possible, and I love talking to as many people as possible, like from the world and so on. But I get the point, like switching to German. Why did you switch to Japanese? What was the thought behind that? Like including Japanese people, or also for you to learn more Japanese, or?
Only the first 5 videos on my channel were in English, I think. Then I switched to Japanese because I also switched my content. I realized I'm in Germany and it's not that fun to talk about Japan, so I switched to Japanese videos about Germany for Japanese people who are interested in Germany. And I think I did that 1 year, or I don't know. But then I realized, no, I want to speak. The reason why I started YouTube was because I wanted to speak about Japan.
But was it popular? Like for making for Japanese people, introducing to Japan?
Not that popular, but like 1,000 or 2,000 views.
Because, I mean, okay, I'm like for 3 months here, almost 3 months. And from what I've experienced here, Japanese people are interested in Germany.
Yeah, but there are some who are interested, but there are more people who are interested in Japan who are German.
Yeah.
So when I switched, I was seeing that more people started watching the channel, and since then I just stick to German. And I will continue in German.
Yeah, very smart decision.
Yeah, but I had to make the process. Yeah. And often people come to me and ask me, why don't I do it in English? But I have my reasons that I do it in German.
Which is
because
good.
It's the best way and the most successful way for now.
And I think also for people who are not doing YouTube or anything like that, it doesn't matter what they say. So yeah. We have already talked a little bit about that, but can you tell us how did you came up with the concept of your channel? Let's talk about your current channel. Like, okay, you started talking in German, talking about Japan, and how did you came up with the concept? What was your, I don't know, I think you've mentioned like you watched also other people who are making Japanese content, and what was sparking that, and how did you came up with the concept? Did you saw a video and you were like, I want to do that, let's make it like Tobi would want to do it? And
when I first started, I didn't have a really good concept. I just started because I was interested in YouTube, and at first I just wanted to share some of the experiences I had in Japan. So after high school, I did 1 year in Japan and as a gap year. And that inspired me a lot, so that's why I wanted to start YouTube. But I didn't have like a concept or that I want to make it a business or something like that. I didn't really have a good concept. So the concept it was just a process. And then something like concept was born, maybe. First, I just thought I do videos about Japan, not a real concept, I think.
So it was never like, okay, you sat down and you wrote something down and like, oh, this is my concept. Okay, I want to...
No, I didn't have like a business plan or a concept. Right now, I'm considering myself as the German guy who lives in Japan and does videos about Japan. Yeah. That would be like the branding. Yeah. At least at first, I didn't have a concept, but then I realized that more people watch this kind of content, so I just want to be the German guy who does Japan videos, and I want to be the biggest in that niche in Germany. Very much
learning by doing, and
definitely.
Oh, I feel that. Which is also completely fine. I'm also sometimes I get major, I don't know, like when I hear from other people, I started with the whole concept or something like that, and business plan and stuff like that, and I feel very small when I hear that because I also never had that.
Yeah, I think it also depends on what you're doing. I haven't seen YouTube as a business. I just did it because I was interested in doing it as a hobby. At the beginning, I wasn't thinking about it should be making money or something like that. I think if you start a real business or like a startup, then I would write a business plan, because then it's something different. And YouTube was just a hobby, like playing tennis or I don't know. So I didn't think about business.
Yeah. Do you still think about it like that? Or is it now really, I mean, you're clearly making money now and so on. Do you have more a feeling of, okay, this is my business?
Yeah.
Now?
But it's actually my business now. So I see it as a business. It pays my rent. So I think I have to think about how much time can I invest in something? How much worth is it? How can I do it efficiently?
But you still didn't sit down and, like I said, wrote your concept and like, okay, this is my plan. I do this and that video. Or maybe, you will probably do a lot of planning, but you don't have a business plan.
Not a real business plan.
Yeah, okay.
I just script my videos and plan my videos and setting myself goals, but not a typical business plan. Because I'm not sure how much you can plan ahead, especially as a YouTuber, because I don't know, in 3 years I would not really do the same videos as today, for example. So I think as a YouTuber it's also more something different than starting an actual startup or something. In my opinion, then it makes more sense to make a business plan.
That's very interesting, because to me sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes I feel like I need to sit down, I need to write everything down. Not that I'm like, okay, I need this clear business plan and so on, but when I see what other people do, also, sometimes I really think, oh shit.
But are they in the same niche that you're doing? Are they also YouTubers?
To some extent, yeah.
Are they YouTubers who are doing that, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, but to be honest, all of them kind of started like, oh, I put some videos up on YouTube because I wanted to show them to my family or something. Like you said, you didn't start it with, okay, this will be a business. So most of them were just like, okay, I will start something. I like doing videos, and then it kept evolving, and then they became who they are now. But there are also different people. Some people are like, okay, I will start YouTube and I will make the greatest content and have this concept, and bam, and it works, which is also totally fine.
As long they like doing it, it's fine. For me, it was just starting because of curiosity, because I just liked the thing that I'm doing and not the result. Liked what I'm doing now. The result was not the most important, just the thing that I was doing itself was a purpose. And it still is not all about the result.
Why YouTube? Why this platform?
YouTube was something I was growing up with, and was the most popular video platform, at least 2017 or 2018. I think it's still, for long videos, it's still the #1 video platform. Of course, there's now other video platforms for short videos. Yeah, so that was like a no-brainer. If you want to do videos at that time, everybody was just starting with YouTube. Did you ever thought about, because you're also doing live streams, which is pretty cool, did you ever thought about combining it with Twitch, for example? Yeah, when I started live streaming, I was thinking about, should I do it on Twitch? But actually, it's not that easy to get people from one platform to another. In YouTube, more people watch my live streams, and Twitch is still for me also a big platform of gaming, and I don't do gaming. So in my live stream, I just do IRL live streams. The main reason is actually not that, but the main reason is because more people watch my live streams on YouTube. On Twitch, only like 10% or 20% would maybe watch my live streams. Did you try it? I haven't tried it on Twitch, but I know from what I've seen on YouTube and from other streamers or from other YouTubers. Yeah, from other YouTubers I see it. Because they do it on Twitch, they have way less viewers than on YouTube, because I've also seen live streams on YouTube from the YouTubers. Okay, and that is interesting, because from what I've seen, there are a lot of ERL streamers on Twitch, and people are interested in that. But they are streamers. I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, I get that. But yeah, because you were like, okay, you see Twitch more like as gaming is the main thing. Of course, there's a lot of gaming going on, but there's also like lots of art and drawing and cosplay and stuff like that, and also streams. I see Twitch more as a platform for streamers. Yeah, and I'm a YouTuber. Basically, yeah. And I also think that on Twitch you have to be there quite often. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd only do one live stream a week. I would consider it more if I would stream more often. Twitch could make sense, but right now, how I do it, I would say that YouTube is the best way to stream. Yeah, so normally you put out one video and then one live stream in a week? Yes, right now that's your schedule. Yeah. Okay. What excites you about your work? That I can decide what I want to do. Yeah, I can decide on my own what I want to do. Yeah. And I can put in my own ideas, my own creativity. Also the instant feedback that people can directly comment. I think that's a cool thing about YouTube, that you share a video and you see the honest feedback from the people directly. Yeah, you can just create your own videos, your own stories, make people laugh with it or people think. And also the experience I made through YouTube, so many good, interesting people I've met through YouTube, and interview partners, always getting kind of out of my comfort zone with every video. I think that's what I like about it. Did you change a lot through doing YouTube as a human being? Like, because you said going out of my comfort zone and so on? I think I changed a bit. Now I'm not afraid of people that much. I had really big problems to speak with people, I think, 5 years ago, or approaching people, but now I'm not really afraid of people anymore. Wow, I would still consider myself introverted, but I have no problem to speak with people. Yeah, and doing interviews, like going on the street and talking to people and so on. Yeah, and also not overthinking and more doing. Cool.
Do you see similarities in what you did as a child and as a teenager compared to what you are doing today?
As a child or teenager, I always liked the feeling of doing what I really want, not what other people tell me to do. I think that's something that's common. Back then, I didn't do anything video related. I always loved doing presentations in school. I really loved that. Although I was nervous, I still loved it to speak in front of people.
Same.
Yeah.
I think you're the first person that I've met who's saying like, I like that. Because most people are like, oh no,
really?
I hated it. Yeah.
I loved it. And
also the preparing process and everything.
Yeah, if the topic was interesting.
Yeah.
Or if I had the freedom to make my own topic or something like that. That are things that are in common. Video related or filmmaking, I didn't do anything of that. In my opinion, I still don't really know what I'm doing as a filmmaker.
Really?
Yeah. I think I got better, and I'm better than people who don't do it.
Did you never like recorded stuff also? Like you were talking or singing or anything as a kid?
Not really.
I remember one time where we, my sister and I and also some friends, we pretended that we were a radio show or something like that. Also recorded like stuff for some reason, stuff on television, like Pokemon and Sailor Moon and stuff like that.
But I remember there was one German lesson where we could do our own song using Audacity. And write our poems.
Oh my god,
songs.
yeah.
And that was one of the best German lessons I had.
Was it just one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was really nice. And in university I also did radio.
See? You did something like that. There's some creativity that you...
I was not experienced behind the camera, but in front of the camera or in front of a microphone I had some experiences.
Yeah.
Which is also something similar what I'm doing now.
What are your income streams at the moment?
There are three main income streams. One is the AdSense from Google or from YouTube, basically the ads which you're seeing during the videos. Second one, partnerships or product placements, working with brands. And third one is donations from my live streams and also channel members. It's maybe a little bit like Patreon, but on YouTube.
I think you have even 4.
Yeah, but right now I'm making not money with that.
Okay.
So also did merch. That was an income stream. Right now it isn't, because right now we're thinking about how to change it. And right now we don't have any new clothes that we are selling. So yeah, you can also consider that as an income stream.
Would you like to continue doing merch?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the main income streams are AdSense, placement and donations. So the donations are also, it's one income stream. In the donation there are many ways how to donate. Channel members who pay monthly, super chat in the live streams. I also have some support on Tippy.
Like coffee and stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
And in the comments they can also support, like super thanks. I think
that is pretty new, right?
Yeah, that's
I think
pretty
it
new.
popped up last year. Did you had any income streams in the past that you decided to not to focus on anymore? And if so, why?
Yeah, so right now the biggest focus is not the merch or clothing company, because I realized I have to grow more as a YouTuber first to do that more successful. I had to invest a lot of money in that, and if I want to make good quality, so I didn't do like the standard merch anymore. I invested thousands of euros in that. The easier way is for now is to focus more on YouTube.
So merch, yes, but maybe later when you have more of a following and...
Yeah, or at least not as a main priority.
Yeah. Going back to videos, do you still have to edit your own videos and have to reach out for collaborations, for example? Or are you able to outsource this type of work, for example, like an editor or a manager or something like that?
So the channel Mr Nippon is, I work very closely with a friend or with a colleague who also does a lot of work for the channel, who now is also the manager, like marketing manager.
Oh, cool.
And is emailing the brands, but we actually started that more this year, so pretty new. And now, since this year, I also edit 50% of the videos. Back then I was doing most of the editing myself.
Yeah, which is a lot of time.
Yeah, which is a lot of time. And actually now we are also going more into the direction of that I will only edit 20% or 30%. So that's more the goal, and maybe next year I don't want to edit anymore, or I can imagine, because
oh, that would be so nice.
I realized that it's more important for me to plan bigger videos, or that's more fun to plan the videos more.
How do you do that? Like your colleague, I will say editor, your editor starts editing the video and then send it to you, and you will look through it, and then you maybe change something up, and then it's ready, or?
Yeah, I film the video, then I put the video files on Google Drive, and then he downloads the video files, edits it, uploads it on Drive, and then I download it on Drive, and then I upload it on YouTube. Okay.
Can you tell the difference between, okay, now you have someone who's taking care of it, and also like, because you also said like he's a marketing manager, and that is for me, from what I've heard and from what I've experienced, is a huge help. So you feel way better with that now. And can you tell a little bit more, talk a little bit more about that?
Definitely. I feel way better because the last year or last 2 years was always like, because I did everything on my own. Also, not that much, if you want to call it work-life balance, but I didn't have that much time for other things, for going out or networking or planning videos, planning bigger videos, because I always had to film or edit. If there was a sponsor or email, then I needed more time to reply, or I was too lazy to negotiate, because that also takes time. Yeah, so it feels so much better because I can more focus on bigger projects, on planning, sleeping longer than it used to be. It's not that much stress anymore, and I can invest my time also in other things than only editing and filming.
So you can focus finally on everything that really interests you, that you feel like, I want to do that. I would love to do that the whole time. Kind of, because video editing is, speaking for myself, can be super draining, and it's also like when you do a video every week, which is a lot, by the way.
If you have a standard for the video, of course, if you do like short videos or just easy to film videos and you don't edit it much, then you can put out more videos. But in every video I'm doing, I have a certain quality standard. That's more than you might think.
Yeah, and it's oftentimes, I mean, when you're doing one video a week, it's like you're planning and shooting and editing everything in this 1 week, and then you actually have to do the next one right away, and that is a whole fucking lot.
It's more than you might think.
I think people will only understand it when they have to really edit a longer video by themselves, even just like learning how to do this and making it interesting for the viewer, and basically you always keep evolving and how to make this interesting. And,
yeah, definitely.
But also shorts and reels on Instagram and so on can be also a lot of work.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not just like, okay, I will just recycle my videos. No. Sometimes you also make completely new videos that make sense to do it in a short-term video. And
that's what I didn't mention. I also started working with a shorts editor who's editing my shorts.
That is really good, Tobi. I would love to reach this point, but maybe also depends on which type of content you're creating, because when you're having 3 or 4 different types of videos that you normally shoot, it is way easier to work with an editor. Like when everybody know, okay, we are shooting, let's say, a street interview, then you know how it works and how you have to cut it and things like that, then it's easier. But sounds really good. Great change. When do you think is the best time for doing that? For like switching and getting an editor or a manager?
I read that question in the email, and that was a question that's a really good question, because I don't really know. I cannot really clearly answer it.
Yeah, most people, I think.
Because that's a real, when should you do it, or when did I do it? I think I did it when I realized that the video itself, the concept that I'm doing, it kind of works. The community, I know that there's potential, and also I already had enough income to do that,
which is a big point.
This is one point, and the potential in the future, and the potential if you think that if you do more content, would it be worth it? Is it scalable?
Scalable is a big word.
And also, it was important for me to know myself how to edit. To also have the skills so that I can outsource it.
Yeah, also to show it to other people, or like that you're able to describe how you're doing it. Because some people are just like, okay, I will just edit my videos and this is the outcome. That is a big point. Can I ask you, your colleague, is he also doing work like that for other people as well?
He has his own agency.
Ah, perfect, okay.
Marketing agency, media agency in Germany. Goodnick Media. Greetings. I'm one of the main customers in that sense.
But you were already in contact with each other for many years now, and then you said, okay, now is the time, I would love to do that. Can you help me?
We worked together for 2 years or 3 years, but we just started at that he only edits the thumbnails. The cooperation got closer and closer, and now he's doing more than 2 years ago. It's not a full-time worker from me, it's also an own business owner, but we still work close together.
Because for me it's also interesting to hear that. I know some people on YouTube, they don't have to be in the travel industry or something like that, or Japan. Some of them have a manager right from the beginning. And I'm always asking myself, not like what is better, but of course I think it's also good that you have the skills yourself. Like, for example, reaching out to brands, how to negotiate and stuff like that. There are online courses about that you can invest in or should invest in maybe. Yeah, and I'm always thinking about what would be a great thing, like having a manager right from the beginning, someone who's taking care of everything right away. Of course, it's really nice, and if you have the money, why not? But maybe dipping your toe into everything by yourself and having to learn it. Do you have an opinion about that?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's also about the timing. I think, in my opinion, it really depends on the person, because if you already know that is a concept I really want to do, and I have the money also for paying manager, for example, and I want to do it like that from the beginning, then you can go for it. For other people, I would say, or including me, it was important for me to know what I want to do, and also I did that when it was big enough for doing that, or when I realized that there's more potential and it's going well. It's going so well that I just started thinking about it. It makes sense. That's the most natural way to do, because otherwise I could not continue like I wanted to. For me, it was just a natural process, actually, just organic. I mean, if you have a clear idea how you want to do it and you have the resources, then go for it. But that's like two different kind of ways, right? For me, if people say they make YouTube and they have a big business plan, answering that question before, I was like a little bit emotional maybe, or because I didn't do it like that. I dislike the idea a little bit of doing YouTube like the business plan and doing like this, but maybe that was another time, you know?
If you want to make money, start a YouTube channel. And so there are some people out there.
That's my feeling, my point of view. I did everything just because I like doing it. And I'm now thinking more about the business thing, because it turned naturally into a business.
But you also didn't have a plan B. I remember that. I
also didn't have a plan B.
Yeah. You were like, okay, I want to do this at some point.
I want to do it. Yeah, I realized I want to do it. Yeah, I didn't start with like, that was not the first intention. I wanted to do it, and I wanted to live from YouTube because I liked it. I can do YouTube, and it just has to pay my rent. I would be kind of satisfied.
Oh my God, yeah, same.
That was the thing. Just if I can live from it, I would be so happy. That was something I was telling myself. But if the people who make business plan and start with that more strategic, if they like doing YouTube videos, then it's okay. But it should be more important that you actually like it. And I think people who only think about the business thing, they don't get so successful maybe, because then it's not that authentic, but it really depends so much on the person.
Yeah, I think at some point you can tell. You can tell if someone is into it or not, at least at some point.
And that's why I continued for so long, because I liked that. But everybody can do what they want. It's just my personal emotion if I hear something like that with a business plan, because it was something I didn't do. But it can make sense. Yeah. And if you are a company and you have a YouTube channel and you want, then of course, then it's something different. Yeah. If you're already a company who tries to reach out more on social media, then it's also something different. Yeah. Interesting topic.
How long did it took you to be able to make an income with your YouTube channel? I mean, of course, the first 1,000, how long did it took you to get the first 1,000?
1.5 years, I think.
We have talked about that. To me, it's really not that much. 1.5 years, really quick.
But then I had 1,000 subscribers, but the income was like 1 month, really less money. So.
Yeah. I mean, for everybody who maybe don't know, just when you have 1,000 followers and like can do some AdSense into your content, you don't get much money. You can't live off from that, at least from what I've seen and heard. Yeah, that's just like some peanuts. How long did it took you to the point that you can say, okay, I can live from that. I can pay my rent and I'm good.
So that was the first month after I decided to do YouTube full time and move to Japan. So that was in 2021, October. So exactly after my very first video, now it was exactly around 4 years actually. Maybe I think I told you on the train it was 3 or 3.5 years. But to make like a real income that I can live from that, it was 3.5 to 4 years.
And just because for Tobi it was like that, it doesn't mean that everybody has to. For everybody is different. So just to let you know.
You can be faster, you can be slower, or don't reach that point at all.
Yeah, sadly. By the way, Tobi just said we talked about that in the train. We were on Senpai's birthday party. Hi, Senpai. Yeah, we talked about that topic. So just that you know what we are talking about. From what you have experienced, what is important for a steady growth of a YouTube channel?
For steady growth is that you invest time in YouTube, that you invest your time and your effort in making good content consistently, but also doing things, of course, that people are interested in. So to find a good balance between something that you like to do, but you also have to consider or also have to think about what do the people like to see.
So you also sometimes cut out stuff that you would love to continue doing, but people are not that into it and you're like, okay, I have to let go of that?
Yeah, that's what I'm always thinking now in the videos. How will the thumbnail and title be? At what point will the people watch it? Also, people watch it who are not that interested in Japan. I just want to do videos that everybody can watch. I always ask myself the question, would Lisa in Berlin watch the video until the end?
Is Lisa your kind of, how do you say?
It's just a name I made up, but it's just like a stereotype of a girl who lives in a
target
German
audience.
city, like just an average person who is not a big Japan fan or who just scrolls down YouTube and things. I just try to put myself in the shoes of Lisa, 19 years old in Berlin.
But it's interesting that you're thinking of Lisa like Lisa is not that into Japan. I really thought that you had a person in mind who was like really into Japan.
Yeah, but I want to be bigger, so I also that's more the extreme. I take a more extreme example because even if that person will watch a video, it means it can be perfect for everyone, and then even the Japan people, they would definitely watch it. So it's more an extreme example to
this makes so much
make
sense.
It more.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of videos on YouTube, like when people are commenting random videos about long hair or so, and people are like, I don't even have hair, and I like to watch this video and stuff like that. Interesting. Okay, so you said consistency and like putting the time into everything and cutting stuff that sadly don't really is that interesting to others.
And looking for your own identity on YouTube. What makes your channel special?
What makes your challenge special?
My channel is special because I'm a German-speaking guy who talks about Japan, and there are not that many.
So your niche is the German guy who's in Japan and talks about Japan, who's also half, because Tobi is German and Japanese.
And maybe I'm a bit funny and people like me. Hopefully. No.
I know that you talked about that in one of your videos. I think it was a Q&A video of yours. If you would move to another country, and you also said that Japan, yes, it is a big thing in your life, but it isn't your final destination, and I don't mean the movie. If you would move somewhere else, completely different country, would you still try to implement Japan as much as possible, or would you maybe completely switch? Did you ever thought about that, or is it something for future Tobi?
I think the next years I want to stay in Japan because I want to do Japan content, and also because I like living here. But I can imagine generally someday that I don't do Japan videos anymore, to change the topic or the content itself. That's possible, definitely. But next year I want to do Japan content, and it's not boring right now. So I still have the feeling that I can do so many more videos about Japan. But if I reach a point and I'm thinking there's not much passion anymore, or I want to change something, then I'm gonna change, because I don't want to be
doing something you don't really feel like doing anymore. Are you scared of changing it up?
No, not really. Because I think in the video world you can do so much videos, so many different styles, and there would be so many options. If I would be in that situation where I'm not satisfied anymore, if I would not feel the Japan topic anymore, then maybe I would be scared right now. Because then I would maybe feel like, no, I have to like it because that's the business.
Okay.
Right? The goal is someday that I'm that interesting enough that everybody would watch a video just because of the videos or just because of me. Right now I feel the next years definitely I want to do Japan content.
So it's when people are here for Tobi, then you have reached the point where you're like, okay, I could do it, I could switch it.
Yeah.
I've also heard that from other creators. What helps you then when you struggle? I don't know if you experienced that by yourself. Like, for example, when your performance isn't that well in a video, or when you, I don't know if you do that, but when you watch content of other creators and like comparing yourself and stuff like that, what is helping you to get over it, or maybe even don't even reach the point?
I also like the question. Good question that you're asking, definitely. Because that's a good question. Because that's something every creator has to think about. I was thinking about that topic actually lately because I watched a German YouTuber who was struggling with like kind of burnout, or with that he didn't like his videos, or that his performance pressure or something like that. And I felt more pressure when I only did YouTube and I only thought about YouTube. That was a time where I don't have the resources to people help me with editing. That where I did all by myself.
To outsource.
So what helped me is to also find myself hobbies, or to do also other things and not only think about YouTube. Also go to sports. So if YouTube doesn't work out, that I'm still somebody. That not everything defines me as a YouTuber, because if the views are not good, then I'm still a happy person if I do enough sports, if I have some other passions or some other things that I can do. But also happy is just experience, because I know after every down there will be a phase where it's gonna be better.
Yeah, so it's, some people have issues with feeling worthy because their work is good or something like that. Have you reached this point?
Maybe not completely, but I'm still kind of satisfied, because every video I'm doing, I try to do it also not only for the views. Views is an also important point, but also because I like it. If a video that I liked and doesn't perform that well, at least I like it, then I don't regret it that much. For example, if I don't like the video that I'm doing and I do it for the people who watch it more, and after that it still doesn't perform well, then it would really suck. But at least one of the points is good. At least I like the video, or the people watch it and the views are good. But if both factors are not working out, then you have a problem. So
when you like a video but it doesn't perform that well, it's still okay for you? You don't feel like...
It's still okay, it's okay. It's not super happy, because of course that's my job and I want many people to watch it. It's important, but it's still like I can live with it.
Your go-to is having hobbies, taking care of yourself. Do you sometimes compare yourself to other creators?
Oh yeah. Okay. All the time actually. That's also why I try not to watch too much YouTube.
I heard that from a few people now. Why are you doing this?
Because then I compare myself too much, and then I also think about, that's a nice shot, I have to do it. When I really can calm down is, for example, when I'm bouldering, the only thing I have to think is the next stone that I...
Oh my god, yeah.
I have to focus on that moment. Then I can calm down. Or watching not YouTube specific thing, just like a Netflix show that's not about YouTube. But even then I sometimes think about ideas. But
I have problems with watching Netflix because my brain is like, you could do work. Or like you said, like having ideas and like, oh, that's a nice shot. Or my brain also drifts away. I don't really watch series at the moment or stuff like that.
And also what helped me is to organize my time more, structure my time.
Do you have a planner, like a physical planner, or do you...
my phone. What I do is work in blocks. In that next 15 minutes, I just focus on this thing and do my phone on airplane mode.
That is very good. I don't work in blocks, but I also like put my phone away.
And so in the morning, I don't answer messages directly.
Yeah.
In the morning, I need to be myself. And if I start working, then I start replying.
Do you always work in 15 minutes blocks, or...?
Yeah, most of the time. 15 minutes, then 10 minutes break, then 15 minutes, and then longer break. If I do like the desk work, because of course filming is also work, but that's...
In the middle of filming you can say, all right, 10-minute break. Can you give us the name and the social media handle of the person you would like to give a shout out? And so another creator, and if it's possible, why do you think their work is standing out in some way?
Yeah, because I just watched a video yesterday that really impressed me. I would give the shout out to Ein Ticket zur Milchstraße, German-speaking YouTube channel, German-speaking guy.
Ein Ticket zur Milchstraße. Everything is in the description, so...
Yeah, because he does really good documentary-style videos and puts a lot of effort in that. And in my point of view, he deserves more views on that effort.
So it's in German?
It's in German, yeah.
But he's living in Japan or in Germany?
In Japan.
In Japan. And his name is?
Florian. He did a really great documentary about Yakushima, about an island in Japan. I can definitely recommend that video.
Is he also just a YouTuber? I'm quoting just. Or is he like also doing other things?
Mainly YouTube, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if he's like a full-time YouTuber or doing
I think,
it on the
yeah,
side?
I think he does it full time and he has a strong core community. He's also doing live streams. Yeah.
Nice. Everything is in the description, as per usual. What would you like to give our creative viewers on their way who are thinking about starting their own YouTube channel and want to be able to make a living from it?
I would say just start and then you can decide if you like it, and then you can decide if you really like that and if you want to make a living out of it. Because if you haven't started yet, you cannot really say, I want to make a living out of it, because you didn't really experience it. So first I would say just start, then you will realize if you really like that. And people who are asking that question, some other people already started when people...
Yeah, like, okay, how can I make this profitable and scalable and blah, blah, blah. Like you said, they just should start and see, because thinking about it too much is some kind of wasted time, or time that they could use to start.
Definitely. But if it's, for example, if you already know that you love doing videos, you just didn't do YouTube, but you already know that you like that kind of creative work. And if that person asks me if he wants to start YouTube and how can I make a successful YouTube channel, then I would say it's important to have a niche and how to stand out. How do you stand out between other YouTubers and what's your niche, and to do videos in that niche.
Would you also say that your niche is really like a German talking about Japan? Is it your
Japan videos in German, my niche.
So starting, figuring out if you want to keep doing it, and if you're already creating videos, find a niche, which is also not always that easy. To be honest, it's okay if you don't have a niche right away.
You will find your niche maybe if you just start.
I think sometimes it's also good to, as creatives, we oftentimes like to do, we are interested in many different things. And also sometimes to say, okay, I like a lot of stuff, but I need to focus on a few things. Yeah, but everybody's different, so.
For example, if you are interested in a lot of things, for example, if you like surfing, but you also do a channel about philosophy or something like that, then you should decide what channel. You cannot do like surfing, and the next video is philosophy, and then the next video is surfing, and then something different. Or
I mean,
it should be more on one topic.
Yeah, I mean, what you could do is like filming yourself while surfing, and then you do a voiceover and talking about philosophy.
Yeah, or combine it kind of.
It.
Yeah, but the video should be kind of similar, and topic should be one channel main topic.
There are many different opinions about that.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Of course, I don't say that everything is right what I'm saying.
It is your
but
way,
that's
it's totally fine.
I think you know that. There's some personal interviews. So
yeah. That is why we are doing this. So if you would like to see more of our conversation, make sure to join my Patreon, because Tobi and we also created a second video, which is about Japan, so a Japan Q&A. The link is in the description. Tobi, thank you so much for participating in this format.
Thanks for having me. Good questions, definitely.
Thank you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.